So let's find some other interesting shit that's going on in the world that we can have a chat ski about. The big thing, I guess, that's going on is how do you lose a plane?
I'm not saying that it was aliens,
But
but it was Michael Jackson.
ouch. I want to. I want to say too soon, but he died like 5 years ago, so it's really
Come
not
on.
too soon.
Come on.
No, the general rule of thumb. What was the general rule of thumb though? Wasn't it like 27 years or 17 years or something?
I
Because
don't
like
know.
AIDS is finally funny now because it's been a certain amount of time. Or something like that. It was a South Park rule. I can't remember. Fuck it. It was only 5 years ago, but fuck it. We'll make fun of him.
Yeah.
Yeah, Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson totally stole that plane so he could touch Chinese kids. I don't know. Like,
It sounds right.
yeah, I
Eggs,
guess.
babies out of it.
But honestly, how the fuck do you lose a plane in 2014? How the fuck do you lose a plane?
Oh no. Tell you the truth, it's probably down at the bottom of the ocean somewhere.
You know what? By this point, it probably is. In case you've been just living under a fucking rock and you have no sweet clue what we're talking about Malaysian Flight 370 that was going from Malaysia
To
Beijing. Stop it! That's racist. No, it was going from Malaysia to Beijing and just fucking disappeared. It's just fucking gone.
First it was there, and then
it was gone.
it was gone.
It's like the story. Here's the story as I understand it, and people who are listening can feel free to correct me if I'm totally off base here. The story as I understand it is the flight takes off.
Yes.
It inclines to 45,000 feet.
Sounds right.
Which is way too high. They're not supposed to be that high. The ceiling is like 35. So they're like 10,000 feet above their ceiling. So they inform them, yo, dick faces, you're too high. So they're like, okay. So then they drop down to like 37,000 feet or something, I think, or 32 or something like that. They fall down within their window. So they're going and they're going and they're going. And eventually they get the sign off of all right, good night, or whatever the sound off happens to be.
All right, good night.
All right, good night.
Cheeseburger.
Cheesy cheddar burgers from Wendy's, which was very yummy, by the way.
That's the call.
Hey, yeah. So they're going and they do their sign off. And at some point, it seems like the plane turns like 90 degrees to the left for no apparent reason. And starts heading back towards land, not Malaysia, but land, and then that just goes off the radar. They shut off all their communication devices and everything like that. So they shut all that shit off, and
normally that shit don't happen.
No, exactly. Like that's left for like strong emergency situations, and just nobody hears from this plane, and they can't fucking find the thing, and no one has any idea what happened to it, whether it landed on land, whether it crashed in the ocean, like you just heard there from Nick. His popular theory, of course, is that it's probably at the bottom of the ocean by now.
Theory.
What is what?
Space.
Oh, space. We got to get back to space. Is that from? What's that from?
Portal.
Oh, Portal. Okay, right on.
Slap you again, sir.
I don't play Xbox games. I don't know. Portal was on PS3, wasn't it?
And on PC.
Oh, I don't play PC games either. Fuck PC games.
You play an emulator on a PC. What the hell? You don't play. I don't play PC games.
I don't play PC games. That's fucking stupid.
I just play an emulator from Nintendo 64 on the PC.
I just sit in my room and diddle myself.
Guilty.
Exactly. Yeah. No. Yeah, and you know what? Well, just to get off the Malaysia thing for a while, I've never played a Portal game either. He's looking at me with such an accusatory look. Like, I just fucking kicked his
I
puppy.
sunk so much time in those games.
Into Portal?
Yeah.
Nice. Like, they look like super fun games. I think I'd really like them. I've just never taken the time, and I probably should have. But, you know, it just never happened, I guess. I was too busy having a life, man. Playing my Japanese RPGs.
Yeah.
Exactly. No, I don't have time for that gay-ass Portal. I was playing Call of Duty like real men. Fuck. Oh, Jesus. All right, so to get back on this plane tragedy.
The plane went somewhere.
The plane went somewhere. Again, popular theory is that it crashed into the Indian Ocean, which is what makes sense to me. Because if the fucking thing would have crashed on land somewhere, somebody would have seen it.
Oh, for sure.
Unless you crashed in the middle of a fucking desert somewhere, somebody's going to see something. But what trips me out about it is that, you know, you had however many hundreds of people were on that plane. Not a single motherfucker sent out a tweet. Not a single person sent a text message or something. Anything. Because you can do that basically on planes now.
Yeah.
Like not a single person on there. Like, people were sending text messages and making calls from the flights during 9/11. That was 13 years ago. So, I mean, like, most of these motherfuckers are Chinese. Most of these people have a cell phone. Like, so you got to imagine somebody on that fucking plane's got a cell phone.
You would think.
Or an iPad or something.
So something must have happened quickly.
Yeah, so something either happened very quickly, or another one of the theories is that the pilots hijacked the plane. And that before that happened, they went through and either collected every piece of technology from every passenger, but you'd think somebody would have fired off a text or something before that happened, because you can't get hundreds of people at the same time.
Yeah.
Or there was something on the plane that was blocking out communications, which lends more credence to the hijacking theory. That, like, hey, they set something up on this plane to block outgoing electronic transmissions or something like that. I can't get over the fact that they can't find the plane. I keep going back to this. But how the fuck in 2014 do you lose a plane?
And
it's a plane.
That's the thing. It's a plane. If it's above water, you will find it somewhere.
If it's not,
it's at the bottom of the whatever goddamn sea that is.
Right, exactly.
And how deep is the sea?
Quite.
You know, of course, if it's going to go down, it'll probably break apart. You may find wreckage somewhere, which they haven't yet. But chances are, my theory, cabin depressurization.
Okay.
Door pops open.
Everybody dead.
Nobody got a chance to fucking send tweets and shit out. Everybody got their seatbelt off.
That is actually not a bad theory at all. Because it does explain that would explain quite a few things. So yeah, actually it would.
And that would explain them turning around to try and get back, because the captains would be in the front, strapped in with the air masks on.
Right.
They don't make it. They
go
down.
Well, you know what? That mystery solved. Everybody go home. Wow. You know what? That's, as far as I'm concerned, that's as good a theory as any. But one weird thing that has come out of this, one weird thing, one of the many weird things that have come out of this are, like, the regular people that are using things like Google Earth and satellite imagery and shit to try and help the search.
Yep.
But then there's the idiots that are doing it. One of those idiots, namely, is Courtney Love. You're familiar with Courtney Love, clearly.
Yes.
The lead singer of the band Hole, which is the most aptly named band in music, because it's just a vacant hole of music. Former wife, of course, of Kurt Cobain. She came out and said, "Oh, I found the Malaysian plane." We're like, okay. And she pulls up a picture on, like a satellite picture, and she's like, "It's right there." That's it. That's her justification. She saw a thing that kind of looked like a plane, and she was just like, it's right there, everybody. Search over. All
Go
those
and
people
get
are
it.
dead. I'm going to write a song about this. I'm all for people trying to help, but not when those people are Courtney Love. And she doesn't know what she's doing, the gravity of what she's doing, any of that shit. So that was one of the funny little things that has come out of this what is a tragedy, because there were a couple hundred people on that plane. So those are people that 99.9% chance those people are dead. So it is a tragedy, but at the same time it's so fucking baffling that you can lose a plane. It just seems impossible in 2014 to be able to lose a plane. Fuck, I can, if I work hard enough, I can find out where you are any time of the day. And they lose a fucking plane with hundreds of people on it.
Yeah.
So
it's weird.
It is. It's kind of weird, and it's kind of weird and sad. One thing that's not weird and sad is fucking Fred Phelps died. Is the name Fred Phelps familiar to you?
I know Fred Phelps.
All right, the dude that
I don't know him personally, but I know him on a media level.
On a media level, fair enough. No. I know Fred Phelps is in my Tuesday bowling league. He's not very popular. Fred Phelps, the former figurehead. I don't know if he's the founder of the church, but he was definitely the church's figurehead of the Westboro Baptist Church, the good old happy God hates fags people. He was confirmed dead by a couple of his children, actually, most of whom have now left the church. And social media reaction and everything to that has been as you would expect it. Like, basically, yeah, he's fucking dead, like a heel in 70s wrestling and shit. It's like, have you ever heard Jim Cornette talk about the heels in wrestling in the 70s? We'll get back to Fred Phelps here in a second. No. Okay. Basically, the way that he used to say it is like, down in the Southern Territories, the fans hated the heels so much that when like one would actually legit die, and they would announce it, like they would be like, oh, before we start the show, we have to announce the passing of whatever. The fucking crowd would pop. They'd be like, yes, he's fucking dead. That's how bad they hated the heels down there.
Wow.
That when someone legitimately died, the fucking crowd would pop like fucking Daniel Bryan was coming out and shit. But yeah, and that's kind of been the way social media has reacted to the death of Fred Phelps. It's been like, yeah, one less hater in the world and everything like that. What I found interesting was the way Kevin Smith reacted to it, because as you'll know if you listen to the podcast, Nick and I are both massive fucking Kevin Smith fans. And he's, of course, had his run-ins with the Westboro Baptist Church because of Red State and everything like that.
Oh, yeah, but, like, for him, and I kind of agree with his way of putting it. I mean, Kevin Smith is such a unique guy that he can turn anything into comedy. It's just
true.
like he can look over there and see like a dog get hit by a car and turn it into comedy.
Right.
Like the most dramatic things. It's just like it won't faze you because it's comedy.
Yeah, exactly. And he turns it into comedy, but at the same time he's so genuine with so I mean, even in situations that he doesn't turn into comedy, it's just he's not faking it. You know what I mean? Like just and that's basically the way that he took this news as well. Was he was just like, I probably have every reason in the world to be like, yay, he's fucking asshole and he's finally dead, but he's just like, I respond to this the same way that what do you say? He's like, I respond to this the same way that I responded to something else. Like I'm sad for his family.
Yeah.
And that's the way he did. So he's even if he's like on some personal level, maybe taking a little bit of joy in it, which I think a lot of people are, just because, this was like the face of hate in the modern world, right? Like this was the fucking face of hate. This fucking old white asshole that just, picketed fucking funerals and shit. Like this guy. Fucking douchebag. But he turned around, he took it, like, even though this guy is the face of hate, he was just like, I'm sad for his family because his family lost their father and grandfather. So on some level, at least, even if these are the worst fucking people in the world, that you got to at least have a little bit of sympathy for the fact that they lost somebody, which I can understand that. I don't necessarily share it 100%, but I can definitely understand the opinion. My question now is, like, where does the Westboro Baptist Church go from here? Because, like, they're a small fucking group.
Yeah.
They're very vocal, but they're very small. Like, we have more Facebook fans than members of the Westboro Baptist Church. That's how small the Westboro Baptist Church is. Like, we have 50, they have 40. So, like, it's by the way, thank you everybody who's a Facebook fan. But you got to wonder, like, the figurehead is kind of gone. So is this something that's, like, is this a group that's just gonna die out eventually, or what scares me the most about this is they turn this asshole into a martyr. You know what I mean? Like, they turn him into, even though he wasn't killed by anyone, it's just like, he died in the name of the cause, and everyone rally around this person, and we're going to come out of this stronger than ever. And it's like, well, fuck. Like, no, like, please don't. Because, like, face of evil. Like, these guys are some of the worst fucking people in the world. Just with their fucking opinions. So, it'll be kind of interesting to see what happens with the WBC from here. God hates people that don't listen to this podcast.
Yeah.
He loves the gays. He just doesn't like anybody that does not listen to this sterling podcast.
This podcast is brought to you by the number A.
The number A and the letter 6 and the Batman symbol.
In the color hippopotamus.
Hippopotamus would be a great color. Oh, fucking, speaking of this, not about hippopotamuses, but kind of what we were referencing. Did you see the clip of the guy on Wheel of Fortune that just made that just miracle guess?
Really?
Yeah, it was like he had, I think, 2 letters in this 3-word phrase, and it was like little baby buggy or something like that. So, I mean, it would have been a hard puzzle to solve anyway, because who takes a B and a G and a Y in fucking whatever the fuck that's called, final puzzle bullshit.
Final countdown.
That's a great song.
Yeah. Daniel Bryan.
Good old Bryan Danielson in Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was ridiculous. He literally had like 2 letters and got nothing on his extra letters. So Sajak was just like, sound it out, stranger things have happened, because he's like, well, he's never gonna fucking get this. And then he just says it. He just fucking says it, and Sajak was just like looking at his card, and then he looked back at him, and he looked at his card, and he looked back at him, and nobody could fucking believe it. And he won like $45,000 or some shit. I was just like, oh, you lucky motherfucker. Which leads me to question whether it's staged, because it kind of looked a little like, come on, like, who the fuck's gonna think of that? So maybe, who knows, maybe eventually it'll come out as staged, because, like, who the fuck watches Wheel of Fortune anymore? Right? Like, the 3 people that watch ABC at 6 o'clock are watching fucking Wheel of Fortune, so like, we need to do something to get some more eyes on this thing.
Well, I guess.
Maybe,
possibly.
There's always that possibility.
People be doing some crazy things nowadays.
It's true, and it would sadden me if that was the case. But, again, stranger things have happened. Speaking of stranger things have happened, it's time for the Craigslist segment, everybody. Yay.
All around the world, people stop and they say, Craigslist! We're going in the Craigslist section of Craigslist. It's going to be really, really fun today on
Craigslist. Nice. That was almost in tune and shit too. Again, we got to record ourselves a theme song for that. All right, so
Craigslist.
So, ladies and gentlemen, if you have never listened to the podcast before, A, where the fuck have you been? B, this is the Craigslist segment, and in the Craigslist segment,
Craigslist.
the flyby. Nice. So in the Craigslist segment, we take 3 articles. I called them articles. 3 ads from the Halifax Craigslist casual encounter section, women seeking men, because they're just the funniest.
3 sexy ads.
They're just the funniest in the world. The first ad here is titled "Today Fun Men Need." And I picked this one entirely for the title.
Today fun men need.
Today fun men need? But it's got 4 question marks after it. So it's like, today fun men need?
Need? No.
Need?
Oh. No.
I am a late 20s plus-sized female. Okay. Looking for an older male to enjoy time with a few times a month. Now, on the surface, this sounds basically fine. Like, it's okay. There's no misspellings. There's no anything like that. Next line. I would be interested in a friendship. We can't underscore any more how this is not the place to come to look for friendship.
So she's looking for an older male
to enjoy time with.
To enjoy time with.
A few times a month.
A few times a month.
Right.
So
you got to imagine probably like once a weekers.
A few times out of what time?
Well,
like, are we talking like major math here, or?
It could be, because if she wants to hang out 3 times in a month, how do you split that up? Do you go 2 weeks on, 1 week off? Do you go 1 week on, 1 week off? It's crazy. But this is just the thing. You don't come on this site. And look, if you're going to make an ad on this site that starts talking about yourself physically, which this one does. It says, I'm a late 20s plus-sized female. So she's talking about herself physically. And then saying, I would be interested in a friendship. Well, no, you don't. That's not how you make friends. When I first met you, I wasn't like, hello, Nick, I'm a mid-teens plus-sized male looking for friendship.
Looking for friendship.
I think if I would have done that, you would have...
be my neighbor?
See, I didn't even have to ask you that. You already basically were. But if I would have done that, you would have run away screaming. I need an adult. This boy's hitting on me. But then again, even more fucked up. Again, like we said the last time on these Craigslist ads, they have the demographics on the side now a little bit, and then there it says body type fit. Well, that's just a bold-faced lie, because your ad itself said that you're plus-sized.
Although, is 20 plus the age?
Yeah. She says, I'm a late 20s. So she's like 27, 28, 29. And then she's like plus-sized female, but then she says her body type is fit. You are a liar. You are lying and besmirching the good name of Craigslist. Let's find the next ad.
Craigslist has a good name?
All right. Round two. Ad number 2. Looking for man enjoy time with tonight. Hashtag.
Hashtag no. Hashtag you're stupid.
Hashtag CM Punk's Grammar Slam.
CM Punk Grammar Slam. Hashtag I hope you die.
Jesus. That was...
Hashtag when you die, I will put a saying on your tombstone with a hashtag on it.
Jesus. Nick's going to his dark place like GSP. I get this. You put a hoodie on and you just become all dangerous.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Looking for a man enjoy time with tonight. This is a 26-year-old girl, wink wink, from Halifax.
Who? And looking for a man.
Looking for a man to enjoy time with tonight and get rid of the hashtags.
Exclamation points.
Or ellipses, or just ellipses. Some kind of punctuation that's not fucking that. Fuck. All right. Hello.
Hi. We've started off well.
Yes.
Despite your opening header here,
right?
We can have a conversation.
Yes. Hello. I'm almost looking for a friend / lover.
Yeah.
She's almost looking for a friend / lover.
Looking. This is the trial run.
Yeah, it's she's not quite there yet. She's almost looking. She's got like an eye, like one eye like half open. She's almost looking. Fuck. I'm well educated. Are you? Because you know what? Clearly you didn't take an education in fucking English because I'm well educated and have a great career ahead of me. I've heard that story before. So I'm not into playing childish games. She's just into using hashtags and everything. I'm into camping, fishing, playing in the snow. That's unfortunate. Fires on great nights. What? Fires on great nights. And playing in the dirt with great friends. Looks like you're into like elementary school. Shit, playing in the dirt.
She doesn't want to play childish games, though.
But she wants to play in the dirt.
But she wants to play in the dirt and the snow on great nights.
Mud wrestling? Mud wrestling would be good.
Mud wrestling would be good, although that would hurt if it had dirt in it.
It's true. There are times that I just want to sit outside and have a cold beer. Well, no one's stopping you from doing that.
I mean, go and do that.
Go and do that. Just looking for man enjoy time with tonight. Hashtag next ad.
Hashtag stupid. Round three. Any truckers in Auburn tonight? The only reason I picked this...
Yeah, exactly. The only reason I picked this is because like this girl is adamant on fucking truckers. Literally fucking truckers. Any truckers stopping in Auburn for the night? Where is Auburn, by the way? Where in HRM is Auburn? Dartmouth?
Halfway between who gives a fuck and butt fuck nowhere?
I guess. I suppose so. Any truckers stopping in Auburn for the night? Let me know, smiley face. Email me and maybe we can meet somewhere and I'll let you have some fun with me, winky face.
Ooh, winky face.
I prefer this happens tonight. Please have no STDs. Okay. And I prefer someone who's attached. Well, you're just a cunt. I'm 18, white, short, and very cute. And then in all capital letters, truckers only. So this girl has very defined erotic tastes. It's gotta be an old, married, probably fat trucker with a piss jug in the front seat and an unopened bottle of Snapple. Like these tastes are getting very, very, very specific.
Shit, I mean,
so
wow.
if you're a trucker, you can probably fuck this white chick, this 18-year-old non-existent chick from as far as we can tell, a non-existent place in the HRM because neither of us knows where fucking Auburn is.
They're trucker's probably going to get there and like door's going to get kicked down by a SWAT team.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but no, she's 18, man. She's legal. She's street legal. Sketchy. That's the Craigslist segment, everybody. Hooray!
I don't know what just happened.
And on that note, folks, I think it's time to wrap this baby up.
Where are we?
We are in the No Holds Barred dungeon, sir. We are where we always are. We are who we are.
We are.
No. We are. The use of the Nathan. We are. We used to. We were nerds in high school. Oh goodness. Well,
high school.
Oh, high school. Well, sir.
It was the best of times. It
was the blurst of
times.
It was definitely the blurst of times. High school, here we go. Well, fuck it. We'll get you out of here on this one. High school is this weird, like, Lord of the Flies fucking social experiment.
It definitely was.
Where you're just like, you're going to take all these hormone-infused kids that want to fuck everything they see, and we're going to put them in a building. We're going to put them all in this big building, and we're going to make them sit in chairs and learn about shit that happened years ago. And learn about mathematical equations that they're never going to use. When was the last fucking time you used Pythagorean theorem for anything?
Oh, man, I just used that yesterday.
I used that when ordering my Wendy's. Like, fuck. Like, you don't use this shit. But what's weird about it is if you go down to, like, the essentials classes, like you have your academic courses and your essentials, which are just a little bit below academic.
Yeah.
They're teaching them the practical shit.
Oh, yeah. Like cooking,
like
sewing, home ec.
But then not even that. Like if you go to like an essentials math.
Or essentials math.
Yeah. Well, I guess I'm just thinking more specifically like essentials math. Essentials math is like teaching these kids how to file a tax return.
Mm-hmm.
Teaching them how to fill out paperwork that I had never seen until I had to fill it out. We didn't learn that shit in academic math. Academic math was all about, no, learn these theorems. Why?
Yeah.
What the fuck are we going to use this for? But no.
When is the next time the cost is going to fuck tan?
Yeah.
Exactly. I need to find the equational output.
Or tan's going to get raised.
Yeah.
I need to find this
into my calculator equals error.
No. But they teach the kids who are doing like the essentials programs stuff that you should be teaching everyone. You might think it's quote unquote too easy for the kids that are doing the academic programs, but it's stuff that you use every day. So why would you not include that? Like we never learned how to file a tax return in math.
God, no.
We never learned that shit. And then when we have to do it in real life, we're like, oh, why the fuck do we do this? And yet the students who are doing like essentials courses are just like, oh, you do this, and this, because we learned this in math. Like, well, oh, fuck.
And they're getting all the chicks now.
They're getting
They put that on their eHarmony profile. I can file a tax return because I learned it in school. And they're getting all the chicks.
And they're getting all the
fuck you,
all the
school.
poon. And I'm sitting here with my 2 university degrees and I'm getting nothing. Man. Dating on the No Holds Barred podcast.
Yeah. Expert advice.
Exactly.
If you can file a tax return, you're in.
If you can file a tax return, you can file her tax return. Or something.
Or something like that.
It turned out far less sexy than I wanted it to. Ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for episode number 30 of the No Holds Barred podcast. Wow. We did it. We survived.
We talked about stuff.
We talked about weird. This was an odd podcast. This was probably the least prepared that we've ever been for a podcast, which in a way was kind of good because it was kind of just flowed.
It was a natural podcast.
It was kind of natural, and we're both kind of sleepy, and I still have a fucking movie to try to get through tonight, so that's going to be fun. And
enjoy that.
I'm sure I'll enjoy it. And like I said, we'll come back next week, and I'll give you my mini review of Divergent, a movie based on a book I haven't read, nor do I have any inclination to read.
Should be quick because next week is WrestleMania breakdown.
Well, that's is that next week or is that week after?
Calendar
check. We're trying to figure out whether next week is the WrestleMania show or the week after that is the WrestleMania show.
Calendar. Today's the 22nd.
Right.
So
we have the 29th.
29th,
And then we have the 5th.
But the 5th will
The
be
5th is like the day before.
Really too long.
So maybe we should do the WrestleMania show next week.
On the 29th. That's
Ladies and gentlemen, next week we are going to give a full fucking preview of WrestleMania 30.
WrestleMania!
Warrior?
30.
30. And who knows? Maybe we'll even have a special guest. Who knows?
Or maybe 2.
Or maybe 6.
Or maybe
we don't
6,
know.
because it's our podcast.
It's our
and
fucking
we can
podcast.
do that type of
Exactly.
thing.
We can do whatever.
Hey.
So next week will be our WrestleMania 30 preview show. It's going to be great. And based on what's gone on in wrestling really in the last couple of weeks, I think we're probably a lot higher on WrestleMania 30 now than we were, let's say, I don't know, after a movie star won the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
I think we're all a little bit higher on the show now since then, just from what's happened in the last couple of weeks. But we'll talk about all of that next week on our WrestleMania preview show. No Holds Barred, episode 30 is now in the books. I'm Justin.
And I am Cesaro.
You are Cesaro doing the fucking... We are both pumping it into your hearts for SummerSlam.
But seriously, I am Nick.
Exactly. He's Nick. And I'm Justin. He is G.I. Hobo Joe. And that is it for No Holds Barred, episode number 30. Thank you for listening. Make sure you find us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, all those great places. Subscribe to us on iTunes. And we will see you next week for the WrestleMania 30 preview
Google
show.
Plus.
That's right. We are on Google Plus now. So look for No Holds Barred Productions on Google Plus as well.
Hangouts.
We're doing all kinds of stuff. You can find us everywhere.
Movie reviews in the toilet stalls.
Exactly. Pooping in your bed. Writing our name and poop in your bed.
Ooh.
Dinner and a show. Bye, everybody.
Dun, dun.